Hello. Hello. Is that better? Seem to have a frog in my throat. Hello. Okay, so I'm doing pretty well. Life is good and good gets better, as some old hippie says. In this video I want to talk about a strange thing really. And that is people, when you're diagnosed with cancer, some people really step forward. They really do. And luckily it's more people step forward than don't. But some people really go to the furthest degree. You know, they are there for you, they really care. They're not in your face, but they're just there, you know, they listen to you, whatever, they're just there. And I can't thank those people enough. But there is another side, and that is people that fade away, people that just, it's even difficult to word, people that just let you go. In your time of need, when you possibly could need a friend or a few kind words or whatever, they literally act as if you don't exist on the planet. And that's a real shame. And I've got a number of people like that, sadly. One of them is a friend of 18 years. 18. I used to work with him years ago and hang out with him and all the rest of it. Good guy. But for 18 years, you know. And we've been friends on Facebook probably for something like 10 years as well, you know. Don't really communicate a lot, probably yearly, something like that. But anyway, I typed a little message out and I said, just to let you know, I've been diagnosed, you know, with bowel cancer, blah, 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 blah. 2 days later, he unfriended me. He deleted me off his Facebook. Why? I have no idea. That's how it is. I've had a couple of other friends who I thought would be there for me. And especially between such times, I've had a birthday. And normally a couple of friends say happy birthday, and they didn't this time. And I've had some very good news, which is that I'm cancer free. And you would have thought they might have popped up and said, great, or whatever, but they haven't. They've literally just, you know, vanished. It's called cancer ghosting. There is a proper term for it, cancer ghosting. And I've spoken to two of my friends that have had cancer, and they both agree that they've had friends, even for 20 or 30 years, that as soon as they were diagnosed, the people vanished. And to this day, they have nothing to do with the person whatsoever. Real shame. A real shame and difficult to get your head round, because there's not many times perhaps in life where you could use a friend, you know, you could, you know, and they've literally blanked you, ignored you, pushed you away, and clearly they've said we're no longer friends. That's a real shame. I would never be like that. I haven't in the past, I won't be in the future. I don't understand it. And even somebody in my family, you know, I text them in February or March, probably March, to say what the score was, and the person texts me back to say I'm really busy at work this week, but I'll definitely phone you next week. And I said, thank you, it means the world to me. I'll speak to you next week. And I've never heard from that person since. It's been, what, 6, 7, 8 months, whatever it's been. No text, no nothing. The term cancer ghosting probably fits quite well, really. But when you look at the reasons why, because I'm not blaming any of these people, it is just what it is. And if they can't deal with your diagnosis, then so be it. It's not my problem. that they can't deal with whatever I'm going through. And I read a little bit on it, this cancer ghosting, and they say that some people feel guilty that they're okay and you're not. And they kind of want to say, well, thank God it's not me, but they can't. So they just kind of ignore you. Some people just can't deal with the whole process, you know, of seeing you ill, or potentially dying, or going through an operation, or however long the recovery may be, or whatever. They just don't want anything to do with it, so they just literally unfriend you or blank you or ignore you and just let you go as a friend. Just, that was a friend, now it's not, and then of course there's others that they're going through whatever they're going through, and they just cannot deal with any extra baggage or any extra something in their life. So we can only feel sorry for them, really. But I just thought I'd discuss that because, it is a proper term, cancer ghosting. And I do think it's a shame, and I do feel that I've been kind of brushed aside a little bit by 4 people in particular. But I've got people that have stepped forward, really stepped forward. So it's not all doom and gloom, it's not all bad. And if those people, if they've faded away now for good, so be it. I'm not sure I even want them in my life, if I'm honest. Because were we friends? Don't think so, not really. Not now, I'm looking back now and you wonder, were you friends? Perhaps you weren't. Or perhaps friendship meant something different to them than it does to you. Who knows? But it is what it is, and I am very, very grateful and very, very thankful that those that did step forward, and they have made my journey through this much, much easier, much, much better. So thank you. I've started a little piece of work. It's going to take quite some time. So it's going to be very, very purple, and why not? Going to be very purple when we're done. I'm just doing little bits if and when, but I am doing a time-lapse video of it. So when it's done, I'll let you know, and you can see it on my art channel if you're interested. All in all, I'm doing really, really well. I know it sounds silly, but today I moisturised my scar. I had a nurse here the other day, and she said you can start moisturising your scar, which is what that means is you're healing, which is wonderful. So I've just had a shower, moisturised my scar, and it's all good. Still get tired. The sicky feeling is not with me today, and was only with me a couple of times yesterday. So that's good. Fingers crossed. That's really good. So much so that we're going to have a Chinese tonight. I don't eat massive portions anymore because I just can't at the moment. But what I do eat, I really enjoy. And I love a Chinese, as you know. So that's what we're doing tonight. All is good in the world. And thank you for being there. For those that are there, thank you for being there. For those, if you ever watch this, that are no longer there, I forgive you. I don't understand, but I do forgive you. And I wish you well in your life. And thank you for the time that we were friends, or the time that we did spend together, or whatever. It did mean a lot to me. Probably more to me than to you. But anyway, take my love with you wherever you go. And we'll be back another day. Take care and be well. Ta-da. Cheers.